HousingWise provides a range of housing support services across Northern Ireland. Those range from services where there's 24-hour support, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And those are for the people with the more severe and enduring mental health problems and in need of that higher range of support. As people progress and become more independent with that support, they're able to step down into some of our other services. So we have services then that provide support during the day, so staff be there from morning to night, and then we provide an on-call service to people overnight. Our services age from 18 right through to our oldest client who is 90. So we've over 40 people actually being supported through our housing support at any time. And that wide range of support is available to them as long as they need. So there's no time scales as to when they have to move from our services. It can be a home for life for people. When we first went into lockdown in March 2020, none of us knew, none of us had planned for this. It was something different from we'd ever experienced before. And it did cause us some panic at the time, and people were unsure what it meant and how long, especially how long it would last. We had people thinking that they would never see home again. We had staff who had to be prepared, if necessary, to remain on site 24 hours a day, and weren't sure if they were going to get home to see families if we had an outbreak. However, as time has gone on, all of our clients and all of our staff have adapted. And I would say HousingWise staff and our housing service in particular have coped extremely well. And it would be a credit to everybody involved just how well we have managed throughout COVID. We've adapted services, we have adapted the support as required throughout.
My name is Philip Salinger. I'm a service manager for HousingWise and I cover all the housing services across the Southern Trust. During lockdown was quite a difficult time, particularly at the start. Obviously it was all new, it was unknown. There were a lot of challenges in the start, probably stemmed more from it being unknown than anything else. Didn't know what we were dealing with. But one thing that springs to mind with both the staff and the tenants is resilience. And it's one of them things that a lot of people think they don't have. A lot of people are scared of change. They don't like the thought of change. But I can tell you I'm proud of my staff and the tenants here because they've adapted well to everything that's been thrown. It makes you realise how good a staff team and the quality of the tenants that you have living in your space.
My name's Frances Henderson and I'm a community mental health worker at Fort William Haven. It became hard because explaining to the tenants, you know, there's COVID, it's a virus, this is what happens, this is what's going to happen within the house, which confused some of them, heightened paranoia and anxiety, so it did. Because we had to close our main kitchen, you know, so there was disruption for tenants.
My name is Ian Lynn and I'm a service manager at Inverary House, which is HousingWise's homeless hostel. At the start of COVID, it was very hard for clients, and we did find that a lot of people's mental health suffered greatly. We are dealing with a very sort of entrenched and very transient population, so by asking them then to stay in one place was very much reinforcing the isolation. But because we had a great group of staff in, they were able to reduce those levels of isolation because we were able to talk to each other.
What I learned most is obviously in relation to tenants, how much they supported each other. We're only staffed here 8 to 8 Monday to Friday and 8 to 4 on Saturday. So you've got a lot of time there, you know, when staff aren't actually available. But tenants doing their peer-led activities, supporting each other while we're not around, you know, it's a massive help towards how everybody can get through a common goal.
Knowing that I've got friends here, we don't call ourselves residents or tenants, we're all family. It's a family here.
The staff here were fantastic. They kept our tenants safe and well and COVID-free and out of hospital as well with their mental health, because we went up and over our job to make sure that was done, you know, that no one relapsed through the COVID period. And it wasn't a very easy thing to do. you know, when you're working with acute mental health. So yes, I mean, that in itself, you know, I'm very proud of my colleagues.
COVID, if anything, has provided a greater understanding of mental health. It's because the general population had all gone through the same thing at the same time. So it was very much breaking down those barriers, breaking down the social stigmas attached to mental health. But we were able to get residents into support a lot quicker, which then meant that they were coming out of the other side of it. So for us, our WISE move has been greater access to services and easier access to services. So it's breaking down the barriers to get that service has definitely been our WISE move.
I think for MindWise, it's being prepared. We've now lived through it. We went through the initial panic. We went through what do we need to do here? What do we need to adapt? And for the future, we now have those plans in place. And actually now we've done it, we know and we've proved that we can do it.
There's not enough places like Fort William Haven and like MindWise. We need more within the mental health service. People are crying out for the help of services like ours and others. And I do feel that if we did have more places like the Haven, that people wouldn't be in hospital as much. You know, there wouldn't be people long stay on wards, and they would be able to live their life as normal, whatever normal is.
The main experiences came out of COVID, and what we have learned from clients is that everybody experiences different things at different times, and there is no kind of one size fits all approach to support, which fits into our person-centered principles, but it also for us reinforces that individuality in clients. So it's really about every single client has something different to bring to us, as well as the support that we bring to them. It's very much for us, it's a two-way street.
So looking forward with MindWise Housing Services, we'll continue to develop our services and provide that support that's required for clients, whether that's through our 24/7 housing services, whether that's through our homelessness services or our community and floating support. And we have also recently introduced some talking therapies to those services to enhance the support that's being provided, and it's an area that we'll continue to invest in. Our aim is to continue to provide high quality, stable homes and a wide range of service to help people live independently.